Hello and welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 675. I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
I am Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. Today is,
It was
uh,
26th of November.
yes, Tuesday the 26th, 2024. Laura and I both use the she, her pronouns. And you're in a different chair. Where are you at?
I'm in the corner of my parents' house in the guest bedroom. So I am visiting my parents. I got here Sunday around 4 p.m. and I am here until Saturday. So that's very exciting. We are going to University of Tennessee women's basketball game tonight. So we're doing this a little bit earlier than usual. So I'm excited for that, and it's been some nice time. I've been spoiled. Pearl's been spoiled. I sent Leslie a picture earlier of my handmade English muffins for my mom that I ate for breakfast this morning,
I love those.
which was delivered to me with coffee in a chair.
Pearl's
100%.
also living her best life, right?
Oh, 100%. Her Oma got her a bed for Christmas and then decided that the bed needed a blanket for it in case the baby was cold. And she won't lay in it when my mom's there, but the second my parents leave the house, she's over in that bed. It makes me laugh so hard.
That's good. It
And
looks
she
pretty
knows I have
big.
a plane, yeah. It fits her perfect though. Like she stretches out and she's nose to tip, so she's a big old dog, 9 years old. She's slowing down a little bit, but
Yeah.
she's still got some life in her. She was chasing her tail yesterday playing with my dad. So it was very cute.
Aw.
She apparently I was not out in the living area when this happened. My parents have a Roomba, and apparently she thinks the Roomba is some kind of automatic treat delivery and she like follows it around.
That's great.
I need to see it next time it happens.
I mean, it's good. I've seen a lot of videos where dogs are angry at them, so it's much better to follow it around than to bark at it constantly.
She is very intrigued with it. My parents, when they went to Buffalo for our funeral, it ate my mom's whole like brioche project. Her Roomba did.
Oh.
She like she and Teresa um, both disliked doing brioche so much at SSK. They took a class together, and all they did was complain the whole time. So I feel like she's relieved maybe that it's off the needles and
maybe
destroyed
maybe she
my
threw it in the middle of the floor
Roomba.
just
Yeah, I
on
was
the
like,
way out.
down. Yeah, so funny.
Mm,
But
well,
yeah, all the exciting things going on here.
yeah, and the color of the room that you're in looks similar to the color of the one that you record in. Like it's that
Yeah,
sort
my
of,
light green.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
because my parents painted my whole house when I before I moved in, and then they moved into their house and repainted it. Apparently, we've got a green trend going on.
Well, technically this is a knitting podcast. Would you like to go or would you like me to?
I can, because I only have one thing on the needles.
Oh,
And
okay.
I have one finished object that I put somewhere, and then I have one thing that's planned for next. So my one thing on the needles is a sock. I have 5 pairs of socks to get done before Christmas. And this sock is going to be for my grandmother for Christmas. She left some not so subtle hints on my Instagram saying that she needed more socks. So here is the little toe. And I started these Sunday. When I arrived, we did a Patreon Zoom, and here's the whole other sock.
Wow.
So these are Woolens and Nosh, knit over 60 total stitches. It is her Targy base. I love it. I did not keep this colorway for me because it has both peach and beige in it, but I think it looks really nice with the other colors.
Yeah, I like it.
So it is an acceptable peach and beige this one time. I'm knitting these on size 0 needles, so they are wool and Zanache. They were a club colorway in the, I think it's a bird, maybe a house finch colorway. Um, like that's the whole name of it.
Oh, I think it's a bird, maybe a house finch is the colorway name.
Yes. Um, so not just me being silly, but that's it. I love Michelle's yarn. She does a great job. This is Wendy's toe-up sock with gusset, which is one of my favorite and most commonly knit
Mm-hmm.
patterns because I can do it without thinking. I am going to try to smuggle this into the UT game tonight. I think if I like pull it through and get it far enough that I can like stick maybe the needles down in a little bit.
Are you worried they're going to take it away from you?
Yes. They have like a clear bag policy.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem pretty intense in what they allow and disallow. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll lose the needles,
Yeah.
but um, it'll be fine.
Yeah. I
The
mean, you could
downside
always
of that
take it.
is we'll have nothing else to work on the whole time I'm here if I lose the needles.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go to a game without something to knit on.
Yeah. I don't blame you for that.
So, although it will be a production, and I'm sure there will be lots of stuff to watch and do and see. I am so used to going and doing stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll see. Plus, there's you park far away and you take a shuttle.
Ah, okay. That's what I was going to ask. Why couldn't you just take the needles back to the car? But I guess
There's
that would
also
be kind
and
of a production.
if you go in with your ticket and then go through security, your ticket you can't get back in and out. Like I would
Oh,
have to buy another ticket.
okay.
So it's a whole thing. But I would these are like high sharps that I got on sale I think for $10. So if I
Yeah.
lose the needles, I lose the needles. There is a yarn store in town,
Mm-hmm.
so which I've not been to this trip. But that might happen tomorrow. Carrie might also come over and play board games.
Oh, that would be fun.
So that is very exciting. I brought Wingspan and Wormspan and Flamecraft with me, and then she's got a ton of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's on the needles, and then the only other thing I brought to work on is this Regia, which will be for my brother-in-law's Christmas socks. So this is from the Arnie and Carlos line. It is color 3760, and this will be up next. My brother-in-law does top-down socks with that triangle fill.
Euclidean.
Yep. So it's like Vanilla's the New Black, maybe is the name of the pattern I use.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
So, yep, that will be up next. And then I'll have socks for my sister, my mom, and my dad to do after that. So, and maybe Jude, we'll see. I keep buying Jude stuff though, so he might not get socks.
Yeah.
I've been buying him a ridiculous amount of Christmas presents,
Mm.
but it'll be fun. I'm excited that he's coming and we're going to Dollywood
Yeah,
together.
that is pretty amazing.
So
I'm
with
excited.
my sister and brother-in-law, which will be so much fun.
Yeah,
Like
that's going to be a crazy fun household.
it's gonna be intense and all the board games and all the laughter and joy and it'll be fun. Anyway, so that's what I have going on. What do you have that you're knitting on? I think you have
Um,
something new, right?
I do have something new. So, right now, what I'm working on is socks. I'm trying to work through my SSK stash. Not doing a fantastic job of that, but it's not. I've had stuff going on. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So right now, what I'm working on is the cuff of sock number 2. So this is out of Vesper or Knitterly Things in the Crossroads colorway.
Yeah.
And this is sock number 2. This was sock number 1. These are for Wheezy. I knit them longer than I typically do because he has a man's big foot. So,
Yeah, he does.
um, but yeah, I just did my standard 72 stitch slip stitch heel flap, top
So much
down.
that's almost as old as he is. He just turned 70.
Oh yeah. And your parents have been married for 42
7
years?
years?
47 years.
Well, I'm
Oh,
43.
oh that's right.
So 47 or 48.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mom turns 70 next year because she's the baby.
Um, so yeah, so these are socks. That's what I'm working on. I'm also working on the Oban cardigan, so good progress was made this week.
Good.
So I knit both the front left and the front right sides, and then today I blocked it, and then today I seamed the shoulders.
Look at you.
So it's now like technically a vest.
Yeah. Does it
Um,
get a button band?
yes, so it has a shawl collar
Oh,
and a button band, and still got to do sleeves. So I would say I'm about 55, 60% of the way there.
okay.
Um, I thought that the sleeves had some shaping on them, but they don't because the um, sweater doesn't sit directly over your like
Yeah.
clavicle. It's a little bit of a drop shoulder, so there's no shaping on the sleeves. So yeah, this has to get tried on later. This one's for Amanda, so we will see where it sits on her and how deep of a shawl collar that she wants. Because I might do a zipper instead if that works better. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, so, and then I cast on with some SSK yarn because that is not out of SSK yarn. I cast on for the Mount Pleasant tee.
Yeah.
So it's a little cropped tee.
I'll be
Uh,
interested to see how this turns out because I knit one of their other patterns and I ended up having to give it to you because the shoulders did not work for me.
yeah, this one's bottom up, so I'm not there yet with the shoulders. Um, and I'm knitting it in like the sizes are 4 inches apart, and it's intended to be worn with a little bit of positive ease. And so I'm knitting a size that really doesn't give me any positive ease. It's more of a like neutral fit, like a
Okay.
close fit. Um, so if it doesn't work for me, it might go to you because
Oh,
then you
there
would
you go.
have positive ease where I would not in this
Maybe.
particular size. So we'll see.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit me, that's fine. It'll fit somebody. So this is out of Republica Unicornia in their Ramble
Ooh.
On. It's a really beautiful coppery color. And you start at the bottom and you do 3 repeats of the lace chart. And I've done 1 repeat of the lace chart.
Cute.
So I just started this last night, and the chart's pretty easily memorized. Um, there's only patterning on 3 out of the 8 rows. Um, so yeah, I was going to work on it during this, but then I thought probably shouldn't work on a lace pattern while we're trying to
Probably
record
not.
because I'll just end up having to frog, and I hate frogging. So um, yes, so that's what I'm working on, and I'm researching patterns for some more SSK yarn. I got this like boucle from Kim Dye's Yarn, and like
Yes, the Gunthrin has a boucle pattern.
you'll have to send it to me because I don't know
I will.
who that is off the top of my head, but it's this obnoxious like crazy explosion of colors. The yarn is, and so
Uh,
it can't be anything too patterned. It has to be like the sweater pattern or top pattern has to be relatively plain because the yarn is so busy.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm still looking at that. But I did finish a little puppy sweater.
Oh.
So this is the faded rib pup sweater. This is out of some Michael's yarn, um, a tweed yarn, and yeah, so it's got the little armholes for the
That's
puppy.
so tiny.
It had the option to put in like a hole for a clip for like a harness, but I don't know if this dog gets walked on a harness, so whatever. But yeah, it is it is a little thing. It's meant for a dog that's like 12 pounds, so
Wow.
but it is like crazy stretchy because it's rib. So
Yeah. That was a Stephen West pattern.
yep, yep. Stephen West a couple of years ago put out a bunch of dogs. Maybe it was more than a couple of years ago. I don't remember, but
Probably when he got his pups,
yeah, Frenchies or bulldogs. I can't remember.
Frenchies, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, so that's done, which is good because this also was an SSK yarn. Um, I am failing hard, failing up.
Well,
I don't know.
Still 7, 8 months, 8 months. So
Yeah,
you
but
got
I bought a lot of stuff at SSK, so
time.
um,
I thought about using SSK yarn for this, and then I was like, nope.
yeah. I mean, you have different like you are doing the 100 days with Jillian. Um, so Jillian Marino does a thing on her Patreon. It's 100 days of what? You know more about
Spinning,
it than me.
spinning, and using hand spun, and thinking
Okay.
about spinning.
And or thinking about spinning. Thinking about spinning counts.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, reading about spinning.
Hmm.
All that,
Um,
all that counts.
yeah, I'm gonna try it this year. I don't know if I'm gonna like officially participate in the event so much as just try to spin or do something spinning related every day. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
She sent out her little sheep to color in. Some people, so there's like 100 sheep and you color one in when you do that day. But some people actually put like a glue dot and then put some of the fiber that they were spinning that day on there.
Hmm.
It's
That's
very, very
extra.
cute. No, I love it. It's so cute. And it's like a
Yeah.
representation of what you've spun that day. So that's super fun.
Yeah, that's very cute. Did you bring any spinning to your parents?
I thought I had, and then I realized when I was packing that bag, I left the fiber sitting next to the bag. So I did not.
If only your mom had some fiber that you could spin.
I have the Martin. Well, there's stuff on the bobbins that I had started. I only brought,
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're
and there's
saying.
stuff on the bobbins. So, I was spinning, I was working on my baby pool fiber
Mm-hmm.
from SSK on the Martin. So, yeah, there is stuff that I would have to wind off that one bobbin though. So, I
I
don't know that it's
I
worth it.
predict you're going to get desperate enough to do that.
Well, we'll see, how this goes.
Yeah.
Like, I still have two socks plus this one that I need to get done this week. So,
Yeah, but you like brain breaks. I think you. I don't know.
yeah, we'll see. Mom
Um,
definitely said that I could use any of her stash of any kind that I wanted. So, um, but yeah, I do need to get these two pairs of socks done though. We'll see. Christmas is in 4 weeks, so
I know
5 pairs of socks in 4 weeks is quite a substantial amount of socks.
it is, but you are fully capable of doing it. So,
Yeah, we'll
and
see.
also there's how long is your sister and brother-in-law? How long are they visiting your parents? Like, what day do they go back to Philly?
They get here on the 26th and they go back on the 29th.
Okay, so like you don't technically have to have their socks done until the 29th. So,
Yeah, I mean, well, technically I don't have to have my parents' socks done by the 20 until the 29th either. So, I can give them each a single sock.
yeah,
No,
they know you're good for it.
they do. But yeah, I mean, it should be, I'll have choir concerts and band concerts and basketball and soccer games to go to for work. So
Yeah.
I should definitely make a substantial progress in these. And I have a all day work meeting for work too. So
Hmm.
coming up. So I'll definitely have time to knit, hopefully.
Well, I've been spinning a little bit, but it looks the same as it looked last week, so there's
Oh,
really
I have
no.
a finished object to show.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have the Halloween socks that I got done at the soccer last
Oh,
week. So I finished
fancy.
my nomadic Halloween socks, which is good because I brought them to weave in the ends and show on the podcast, and then I can wear them this week.
Oh, I was going to ask were they for you, but if they're Halloween socks, then yes, they're for you.
Yep, all Halloween socks belong to me. And if I get desperate, I have a substantial amount left that I could work on a Halloween gnome.
Hmm.
So, that self-striping with the little socks. It's so cute.
Yeah, that one
That
um,
Sarah did.
that Sarah did. Yeah,
Yep.
that one's
And
super
those
cute.
gnomes are by Sarah Shira. And she has a
Hmm.
great new book that just came out too that we just got an advanced reader copy of two
She's
months after it came out.
imagined landscapes if you're
Yes.
looking for her on Ravelry, I think.
Her book was so popular, it sold out its whole first printing, and they had to
Oh,
wait to send out their preview copies to
mm,
podcasters until the second printing went through.
well, that's great for her.
Yeah, it's super exciting for her. So she's got a ton of knit-alongs going on right now that are connected with that as well,
Mm,
which is
cool.
super fun. But yeah, that's what I've got finished. Halloween, same pattern as this, same size needles. I was trying to get them through them so I could use the needles on these.
Yeah.
So, and luckily I had 40-degree knitting weather at the soccer game the other night.
Hmm. Um, you don't have any spinning because you didn't
Nope.
bring anything. What about reading or watching? What are you and your parents watching while you're there?
Lots of sports. I did get an audiobook done on my way here, and then it ran out yesterday. It was from the library, and so I listened to it while my parents were off on a hike yesterday, which I did not go on, because I had to finish my audiobook. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It is called The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brene Randall. It's an adult female male romance. It was giving me, and this is what the blurb said too, that it's very much practical magic vibes and definitely like that family of witches and not necessarily making the right decisions and, you know, having some stuff to try to work through. It definitely gave me practical magic vibes.
Hmm.
So it was good. It was 12 hours. I listened to it on 1.25 speed
Oh, okay.
because the narrator was slow enough. I don't do that very often, but when the narrator's kind of slower paced,
Yeah.
I know I have friends, I think our friend Holly listens it at 2 times speed.
Yeah, I can't.
So,
I think it would. I could maybe do 1.25, but um, I tend to listen when I'm doing other things. So if they're slow, it's fine. Like I'm not typically,
yeah,
and that's no shade to people who like to listen to it faster. Like whatever you like, good for you. I've got you're reading, you're expanding your mind, good for you. So um,
I
I
just had
just
a I had it to do get done before it was due back, so I had
you
to.
were deadline listening.
Yep, I was, and the 6.5 car ride was not 12 hours, so
Yeah.
thank goodness.
What else? So I haven't been reading a ton lately. It got it's getting dark so early, and like by the time it's 8:30 or 9, like I am ready to sleep. I'm officially an old lady, and that's fine with me. Um, I've been playing a little bit of the Mario and Luigi Brothership on the Switch. Um, watching Love Is Blind UK and watching Jude. I love to watch our friend Jude
Yep.
restore his Scottish
I,
cottage, and he has a new housemate, which is awesome and exciting. And
new kitten. Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I'm just thrilled for him, and I love to see him just in his element, just living his best life.
You
So
want to tell people what the name of his podcast
oh,
is?
that would probably help. So it's Rewilding Jude. So Jude moved into the Scottish countryside, bought this sort of rambling Scottish property with, I don't know, 17 sheds and a greenhouse. And, it's all sort of, the outer buildings are all sort of slapdash. And he's restoring all of it and putting in garden beds and like just learning as he goes. He's doing a great job. So,
Yep. He made a shoe tree today, I think.
yeah, yeah. Um, I think he was going a little cabin fever crazy, stuck in the house because it snowed and he couldn't get out and get to his tools and
Couldn't move all
everything.
his dirt.
Yeah. You have some classes coming up though, right?
They're all full. But
Oh,
Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival has a virtual festival called Winterfest, and there are some openings in some other classes, as well as Clara Parks is doing a free lecture.
Hmm.
So definitely, even if you can't come at that time, everything is recorded for 30 days. So, yeah, definitely check out some of the. I know Maggie Casey, I think, still has room in one of her classes, her finishing class, which is amazing. I took that a few years ago, and it really changed how I finish my handspun. So there's still some opportunities to take some wonderful classes. Laura Nelkin's teaching, Laura Lee Beltman's teaching. There are some fabulous knitting teachers as well as spinning, needle felting, visible mending, Curious teaching visible mending, and some crochet as well. So lots of great classes.
Yeah. And the Winterfest is relatively new, right? It's like 3 or 4 years old.
It started in 2020.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yep. And this is my second time teaching for them, which is loads of fun. Um, so yeah, I'm teaching 5 classes. 5 classes.
Okay. And they're
So
all full. Good for you.
yeah, at least they were last. I don't know. I think they are. I haven't checked recently. People can drop out and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah,
Uh,
there are wait lists available though if a class says that it's full that people can get on in case there is an opening or drop.
hmm
So, yep.
I don't
Uh,
think I have anything else. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
we have SSK signups will be coming up. Did we actually agree on a date?
I think we were going to put them live on the 2nd.
Yep,
So as of today, the 26th of November, we have 3 out of the 4 contracts
for
for the
teachers.
teachers. So, and that sort of is what hinges on us opening up the event for signups. So, um, we are hoping to have the other one by then. If not, then we will just announce that teacher once we get everything worked out. Um, and then
And
we'll
we'll
have,
have all the details on the supersummerknittogether.com website,
yeah, we'll
including
do
the
a
for the
post
water.
about that once we have all the details with the cost and what it includes and how to sign up. It's a lottery system, so every year so far we've been lucky enough that there are more people that want to come than we have available spots for. So we do a random number generator. Um, all of the entries get thrown into a spreadsheet, and then we use a random number generator. Just go and pick rows off of that spreadsheet, and we work through the wait list all year long. So more
And the
information
lottery
on
is
that.
usually open for at least a week
Yeah.
so that people have time to sign up.
Yeah, it's not a first come first serve thing. So,
Yep. And we will
uh,
post about it on Instagram, our
mhm,
Discord, the regular Knit Girls website. We might do a little announcement for YouTube.
mhm,
So it will be a little bit everywhere.
yep. And if you sign up, if you go to supersummerknittogether.com, there's a little on the right side of the page. There's a place where you can subscribe to get posts or to get email notifications. We only email, I think, twice a year. So we're not going to spam you with information. So if you want to know when the signups go live, you can subscribe there if you're not a social media person and you don't follow Laura for whatever reason.
I'm
Um,
Lala Knits on Instagram. So,
yeah.
but also there's the Knit Girls Instagram that we post on as well.
And by we, it's absolutely 100% Laura. So, but yeah, I think that's it. More information on SSK just as soon as we have it. And otherwise, we will talk to you next week. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.